Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news for the second straight year, Florida ends the year with a record number of Florida Panther deaths. The main cause, people hitting them on our roads. But as ABC 7's Kate Flexter tells us, some say the statistic could be a positive reflection of the animal's future in the state. Kate?
Well, Adam, roadkills are the leading cause of death for Florida Panthers. And as Florida's population grows, those instances become more and more common.
Back when I started in the late 80s, early 90s, we didn't even think there were going to be any Panthers left in 2017.
25 years ago, when Bill Samuels started working with Florida Panthers, the Wildcats were on the brink of extinction. Today, experts estimate the Sunshine State is home to hundreds of Florida Panthers, and the population is only continuing to grow. In November, Florida Fish and Wildlife documented a female Florida Panther north of the Caloosahatchee River for the first time since 1973.
Next thing you know, we've got kittens all over the landscape, and the population has rebounded. It's really been a tremendous success story.
But as Florida's panther population booms, so has Florida's human population. The state is seeing tremendous growth, and the available territory for panthers is shrinking, leading to many panther deaths on busy roadways.
It's a good news, bad news. The good news is there's more panthers. The bad news is there's no place for them to live.
Biologists with Florida Fish and Wildlife reported a record 42 panther deaths in 2016, with 34 of those deaths attributed to roadkill.
So, you know, we've got so many humans in the state of Florida, and when the animal numbers get higher, you're going to have that human-animal interaction.
Vice President of Big Cat Habitat, Clayton Rosaire, says those interactions are inevitable, but says it's encouraging to see the iconic Florida animal finally making a comeback.
They're so stunning, so elegant when you see them out in the wild moving. They're just amazing animals, and they need all the help they can get.
For Samuels, that help begins with awareness.
It's not going to be easy, but I think that the future is we could still have panthers in Florida for a long time, and people could have a chance to see them.
The state has made efforts to prevent those accidents, installing miles of protective fencing and creating about 60 wildlife underpasses. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Kate. In other news, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office has released the number of those arrested overnight during their increased New Year's DUI patrols. Deputies saying multiple arrests were made and 11 warnings issued for things like driving under the influence, leaving the scene of a hit and run, and possession of cocaine with intent to sell. Each year, over 17,000 people are killed as a result of impaired drivers. National averages showing that alcohol-related fatalities occur every 30 minutes. And earlier this morning, a near-fatal accident left one Venice man in the hospital. It happened at the intersection of US 41 and Jacaranda Boulevard just after midnight. Venice resident Jeremy Broadbent was reportedly crossing the northbound lanes of US 41 when an oncoming vehicle failed to see him and collided. Broadbent was taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with serious injuries. Earlier this morning, Sarasota County celebrating its first newborn of the new year at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. The delivery at 12:39, more than half an hour after the pineapple dropped a few blocks away in downtown Sarasota. And while most were there celebrating, one family was preparing to add one more to their clan.
We were having little red Solo cups of pomegranate juice and watched the ball drop, and then 10 minutes later I started pushing and had him at 12:39. That is the most amazing way to start the new year.
And the baby has been named Colton. Maybe a missed opportunity there, although I don't know any clever New Year's names, but I do know that the weather has been holding up. Let's check with Wendy Ross for a first look at that local weather today. Wendy?
Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous once again today. We saw lots and lots of sunshine throughout the day, and of course it was dry for us, even though we had a couple of passing clouds, and at times it looked as though it was going to rain, but there was no rain in the forecast, and 74 degrees is where we are right now. So the dew points are moving up, the humidity is high as well. those winds are coming in out of the south, and it's those southerly winds that are helping to bring about that higher humidity and that moisture that you're feeling when you walk out the door. You'll notice that all the rain is staying well to our north, and these showers are not moving here. We're looking at fair skies for the most part across our viewing area, and we're not calling for any rain tonight. However, rain is coming back in the forecast. It's not going to take place tonight, but we do have about a 20% chance of rain for tomorrow. And for many people, you are off tomorrow, but keep in mind that throughout the nighttime hours tonight, we are going to look at some mild conditions. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Authorities saying an evacuation at a terminal in Tampa today was caused by a false alarm. That alarm triggered by a bag in a screening device, causing an hour of delays for international flights. When the area was cleared, passengers had to go back through security screenings in order to board their planes. It is unclear just how many flights were delayed because of the evacuation. Only Airport Side F was affected. The rest of the airport continued operations during the evacuation. New genetically treated mosquitoes could be the answer to the insect's ability to spread harmful diseases. Officials with the Florida Keys Mosquito Control District and the Mosquito Mate Company say the alterations they have made inhibit a mosquito's ability to breed, but it only targets one species of mosquito, the one that is most likely to spread diseases like Zika virus and dengue fever. They plan to release the genetically altered mosquitoes in March. And with Kmart announcing even more store closures on the Sun Coast, including one store in Sarasota and another in Port Charlotte, some locals are reacting to the loss of the once popular retail store.
I'm sorry to hear that because they've closed every other one. I was hoping they keep this one open, but hey, they know what they got to do. So, you know, the world moves on.
Unfortunately, they have some good workers working in there, and I think hopefully they'll find a new job when the store closes.
According to statements from employees earlier this week, more than 30 Sears and Kmart stores will close in early 2017. And as we mentioned, those closures include the Sarasota Kmart located on North Beneva Road, as well as the Port Charlotte location on Cochran Boulevard. Well, all around the world, people are bringing in the new year in style, plunging into chilly ocean waters to show off their eagerness to plunge into the year ahead. That included several locals this afternoon on Bradenton Beach, striding into the winter waters while helping out a good cause.
Well, we've raised just under $170,000, and it's incredible. I mean, all the money goes to Caring for Children Charities. It's a local organization, so 100% of the money goes to them. And it's a good cause.
Sponsored by Clancy's Irish Pub, this was the 9th year volunteers braved the waters. Today, over 75 participated in the event. Still to come here on ABC 7, the manhunt is on in Turkey after a New Year's celebration was attacked by a gunman wearing a costume.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC 7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC 7 and these sponsors. On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC 7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC 7, your Suncoast News on the go. It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected with new features that make it easy to submit photos, share stories on Facebook and Twitter, and save stories for reading at a later time. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
At least 39 people are dead and nearly 70 more injured in Turkey after a gunman opened fire inside a nightclub early this morning. A warning, some of the video to follow is disturbing. ABC's Jennifer Eccleston is in London with the story.
Gunshots and chaos in Istanbul. Graphic videos capturing the moments during a gunman's rampage, both outside and the terrifying moments inside a popular nightclub. Here you can see the killer holding his weapon, walking around. A witness turned on his cell phone, trying to hide near several parked cars, a different angle from the club door. People ducking and running, then a ricochet off the railing as the gunman approaches, firing one last shot at the man in red before going inside. By the time the first ambulances arrived, it was too late for the dozens killed at the scene.
I don't know. I saw one person. They're shooting. I'm hiding one. So.
Now a massive manhunt is underway for the gunman who escaped and anyone else involved. This man says he made eye contact with the shooter as he arrived. He says the killer first targeted police and security, then bystanders. A local resident says many people mistook the gunshots for New Year's fireworks and rushed to the scene.
And people were falling down.
The Turkish prime minister visited with survivors in the hospital. One man telling him it happened fast. As soon as he heard gunshots, he got down on the ground. Funerals for the victims have already started, with dozens more to come, even as the hunt for the killer continues. Jennifer Eccleston, ABC News, London.
Sources telling ABC News that at least one American citizen was injured in the attack. Hundreds of civilians in Syria are fleeing a region outside of the capital where government forces are battling several insurgent groups. The Syrian military saying more than 1,300 people have fled since Saturday after the region endured days of airstrikes despite a ceasefire brokered by Russia and Turkey. In other parts of Syria, the truce does seem to be holding. However, the opposition saying that the attacked area is not part of the agreement since the Al-Qaeda linked group is believed to have operations there. And here on the Sun Coast, the Bradenton Herald reporting record-breaking homicide numbers in Manatee County. The total number of homicides for the year coming in at 22, 8 of which occurred in the month of January alone, and 3 of those in January were on New Year's Day. But what Manatee County sheriffs say really helped make a difference this year was the community speaking up, more people calling into Crime Stoppers and giving tips. It's the election controversy that will just not go away. 2017 is beginning the same way it ended for President-elect Donald Trump, with questions about Russia and hacking. ABC's Mary Bruce is in Washington with more.
A political story from 2016 hanging over the new year, the Russian hacking scandal.
And I know a lot about hacking, and hacking is a very hard thing to prove, so it could be somebody else.
President-elect Donald Trump on the record at his New Year's Eve bash in Florida Saturday night, once again questioning U.S. intelligence that Russia hacked the Democratic Party last year and interfered in the election.
I also know things that other people don't know.
Trump appearing to promise a revelation of some kind later this week.
You'll find out on Tuesday or Wednesday.
But members of Congress say the hacking is not in doubt. The evidence is solid.
It's indeed overwhelming, and the president-elect, as you know, also said that he knows things that other people don't know. He needs to stop talking this way.
Trump's team also casting doubt on whether President Obama's retaliation against Russia, including the decision to kick out dozens of diplomats and shut down 2 Russian compounds, was appropriate.
Question is that response in proportion to the actions taken? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
But the new administration might run into roadblocks if Trump keeps praising Russian President Vladimir Putin and tries to roll back Obama's actions. The Republican-led Congress is pushing for more punishment.
We will be working for much tougher sanctions against Russia. They attacked the United States of America.
We hope to make 2017 a year of offense. We believe that Putin has hacked into our elections in America, that he's trying to undermine democracy all over the world.
Trump will meet with intelligence officials this week to discuss the reports on Russian hacking. Just 19 more days until the inauguration. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Washington.
Well, Wendy, looks like 2017 is off to a warm start here on the Suncoast.
It sure is, but things, don't last forever. As you know this, Adam.
I know.
We've talked about this before. Yeah. So the good goes away eventually. Sometimes people call cold weather good, and sometimes they call it bad. In our case, we like it a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of beach weather again.
Yeah, we're enjoying this weather that we're experiencing right now, but we do have some changes in the forecast. Take a look at what happened today. It was 81 degrees. And last night we actually got down to 56 degrees. So the 56 is closer to where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. As you can see, 52 is normally our overnight low with a 71-degree high. And we are going to start to see those temperatures coming back into play during the middle part of the week. In the meantime, it's 74 degrees right now. Dew point levels are high, as are the humidity levels. They're starting to move up as a result of those winds coming in out of the south, and we're seeing them coming in at around 8 miles per hour right now. Around the state, everyone is enjoying temperatures in the 70s, with just a few places still seeing some temperatures in the 60s right now, like Tallahassee at 68 degrees. But most of us are looking at our readings in the low to mid 70s, and we have fair skies out there. It's a beautiful night to be out and about, and you can see that we don't have any cloud cover across central and South Florida. Things are nice and quiet, but the rain continues to be persistent across the northern part of the state. And from this portion to the north, that's where we're seeing the greatest amounts of rain taking place. It's falling along a frontal system that's stuck there across the southeastern part of the nation. But for us, we're nice and quiet. We're not seeing any rain. We won't see any for tonight, but rain is going to make a comeback in our forecast. So we have this low pressure system here with this frontal system that is stuck to our north, and we are seeing the rain showers in advance of it, primarily staying right around that southeastern part of the nation. High pressure out here is going to continue to bring in those winds out of the south, southeast over the next couple of days, and that will continue to bring about the warm weather. However, we've got another cold front that's going to be dancing across the country, and as it does so, it is eventually going to make its way here, and by the middle to the end part of next week, this upcoming week, we will be seeing some cooler weather. But in the meantime, this is what we're going to be getting. Mild weather over the next couple of days. We will see more humid conditions, and you're going to feel it. It's going to feel a little stickier out there, and the rain chances also are going to be increasing. So what we're going to notice are these showers are going to be dotting the coastline. They're going to be coming in across the southeast, trying to make their way up towards us, but we are going to be seeing very spotty rains coming on into the picture, and this is what it looks like. A 20 to 30% chance of rain through Wednesday. The next cold front comes in Thursday night, and we feel the difference on Friday. Adam?
Now, sports.
Well, the Buccaneers entered Sunday a long shot for the playoffs, but quarterback Jameis Winston promised fans earlier this week that he would treat the regular season finale against Carolina like it was the Super Bowl. Winston struggling lately with turnovers in the team's last 2 losses, had 2 more in this game, but in the fourth quarter with the game tied, Jameis able to avoid the pressure, and he hits Mike Evans for a 10-yard touchdown, gives Tampa a 7-point lead. But Cam Newton drives the Panthers into the red zone and with 20 seconds hits Kelvin Benjamin, Winston's former FSU teammate, for a touchdown. It's decision time for head coach Ron Rivera. The Panthers decide to go for 2 and the win. Newton looking for Greg Olsen, but Olsen slips, incomplete pass, no flags, and Tampa Bay edges their division rival by 1 point. The Miami Dolphins are in the playoffs, but are they playoff ready? They host the AFC best Patriots for their last game today. First quarter, New England in the red zone. Up a touchdown, and Michael Floyd fights through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tacklers to extend the lead to 14. Third quarter, down 2 scores. Matt Moore able to find a wide open Kenny Stills for a 25-yard score, and that cuts the lead to 6. But the New England Patriots would come right back. Tom Brady hits Julian Edelman. Edelman splits a couple of defenders, gets a huge block from Michael Floyd, and is gone. 77 yards. The Patriots locking up home field advantage, and the loss means that Miami will face the Pittsburgh Steelers on Wild Card Saturday. And even without the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium will be hosting a few more football games, including tomorrow's Outback Bowl between Florida and Iowa. The 8-4 Gators are coming off their 2nd straight SEC East title and boast the 6th best defense in the country when it comes to average yards allowed. On the other sideline, the Hawkeyes have an equally stingy defense, giving up less than 20 points per game, and enter this game with the same record, plus a huge upset over a top 3 Michigan team earlier this year. Austin Appleby will get his 8th start at quarterback for the Gators. That game starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. In Connecticut, one woman is pushing for better research, care, and support for female concussion victims. Catherine Snedeker formed the group Pink Concussions to try and spark more research into the effects of concussions on women. Some studies show that females suffer more concussions than males in similar sports, and doctors agree it is worth researching whether gender influences recovery times or the severity of symptoms after a concussion. Snedeker claims to have suffered 20 concussions in her own lifetime. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Kimberly King.
Monday at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Don Brennan.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. The average person spends more than half of their day sitting down.
And Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, a new study that shows certain risks for men who sit down too much. We'll have that. Josh?
And we'll have some rain relief coming our way, and we'll talk all about it on Monday morning.
Monday at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
You kind of don't want to scare them with the bureaucracy of 3 different types of government entities being part of a negotiation.
It's the question many are asking in Northport. Will the Braves make the city their new home for spring training? We'll have the latest on negotiations. I'm Ray Collins. Find out how the team could impact the Suncoast.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life. The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
A rocky start to 2017 for Mariah Carey after a botched performance on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest.
I'll just get through the motions, okay?
The singer appearing to have some technical difficulties during her live performance last night in Times Square, where she stopped singing her own song, Emotions, paced the stage, and told the audience to finish the lyrics for her. Los Angeles residents woke up to New Year's Day to find a prankster had altered the famed Hollywood sign to read Hollyweed. Police investigating the incident. Back in November, California voters legalized the recreational use of marijuana beginning in 2018, so a year early on that one. Genealogy detectives have discovered that Benedict Cumberbatch, the British actor who portrays Sherlock Holmes in the PBS television series, is distantly related to the author who created the iconic character more than a century ago. Cumberbatch and the late Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who died in 1930, were 16th cousins, according to Ancestry.com. The hit show Sherlock returned for 3 new episodes starting tonight. 16th cousins.
Wow, I like him as an actor, and I also like that series. The whole book, everything about it is just wonderful.
Well, it's not a coincidence. He apparently is closely tied to the whole thing. We'll see you guys later tonight.